after party. You don't need no after party, no. Only you feel hold my body. You don't need no after party, no. Yeah, I say you don't need no after party.
Welcome to Pass Me the Remote podcast. It's your boy Doug.
It's the host that does the most. I put the K in contomere. They call me Kojo.
I'm not going to force it to. The thing just didn't work, innit? So we have to we're gonna do it again. But yeah, bro, we've got an artist with us, innit? So introduce yourself, bro.
Yo, name's Solaariss, man, and I'm just here to vibe, man. I'm just here to vibe.
Oh yeah, the vibes. Love the vibes. Love the vibes.
Always.
Lovely stuff. All right, cool. So Solaariss, bro, before we get into anything, innit? Just want to find out, how's your week been, bro? How's it going?
Bro, that's actually a mad question. You know, this lockdown is just like made everything blurry. What happened Monday?
What day is it today?
Oh, right. Okay, so Saturday. So now it's been calm. Just mainly, what's it called? I did a competition during February, so
Okay.
I've just been sorting out, like, giving the prizes to the people who participated in that.
Right.
And then, what's it called? Just working on some tracks for me and then tracks for some other artists I'm working with. And then, yeah. And then just bits and bobs in between, innit?
I hear that. What was the competition about?
Oh, so basically, last year I released a track, my first, like, ever track, me singing on it. Debut track, as you say. And I just made a competition. It was like, okay, cool, we're at like 7K. Let's try and get to 10K. And also, I'm going to send out the instrumental to anybody who wants it. You can remix it, you can sing on it, you can spit on it, you can like vlog to it, you can like do makeup to it, you can dance to whatever you want to do. And like the best ones, the ones that I love the most, I'll give like away some free merch and some stuff. And yeah, people went hard. People went hard.
Okay. Well, can we get some merch as well?
Hey, listen. Management, innit? Management. Hook them up.
We'll talk to management after, innit? Okay, see, that's it though. So what, did you hit your target of 10K streams?
Yeah, literally like just on the last day. Like on the last day, everybody just decided to like, alright, cool, let's band together. Boom, streams went woo. I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
And after that, it just goes down to you know, small numbers, but at the same time, it was sick, bro. It was mad sick.
No, it's good. Sounds like you got a lot of love coming through still.
Yeah, man. No, man. A lot of love, especially from places that I didn't expect it.
Yeah. Where's the worst? Where's the like the most random place where you've like the most random video from a certain place or someone or?
Do you know what? Okay, it happened recently. Secondary school, innit? Because in secondary school, I wasn't known for singing. I wasn't known really for anything. I was a cello boy. I was known for playing cello.
Okay.
So once I left secondary school, it was just like, oh yeah. Went to a music college and it was like I just ghosted. So people would hear my music back from secondary school, just like wow. Because you know, secondary school are like your maddest critics.
Yeah.
That's who you grew up.
Yeah.
That's who you grew up with. Like they know you when you're doing your stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Hear you.
So yeah, it was just mad to see love from the guys there, and I was like, wow, that's sweet.
Actually, no, that's a good point. Now you said that, actually, that your secondary school friends will be your biggest critics.
Yeah.
Because they know they really know you. They
Yeah.
might not know you as in like your secrets and that, but if you've been going to secondary school with someone, like your puberty is, they know you.
Like I sat next to you in science, bro. Like we was doing that dumb stuff together, fam.
Wow.
Yeah.
And listen, I went to secondary school in South London.
Okay.
So like, bro, everything that happened in that school was absolute madness.
Yeah.
Complete madness.
Trust.
So, like, even just look at some of your secondary school friends now, and you just be like, wow, like, you actually turned out good. Like, you were a hot mess.
Some did.
Every day you were in detention. Every day
Yeah.
Mr. Johnson hated you. Every day you and the head teacher were doing chat with your parents. And now you're doing well. Like, yeah. Good turnarounds.
No, it is to be fair. I think I'd pay to have like a video of my secondary school moments of like the highlights, like say science or just PE or just dumb stuff in it, the playground, all the madness that you're doing. It's like, we I'll pay good money for that.
Just vlog your way through secondary school.
Yeah, word. But that's what the kids do now, though.
Kids do now.
They could do that now, innit? So that's lit. I hope the kids are having fun in it.
Yeah. Do you know, question on that, sorry, back on secondary school. I always watching Friends and that, I always thought, like there'll be a time when they'll do like a school reunion. Have you ever experienced that?
I think my old school, they're trying to do something recently, innit? Like, to get our year back. Because I saw them add me to some group on Facebook. I was like, oh, I'll go. So I shout out some of the people, oh, you going to go? And they're like, nah, I think I was too much of a prick in school. That man proper hate me, innit? So I'm like, oh, that's tight for you. But I think it's right. Like, we're all kind of growing now. Like,
Yeah.
I think certain man still hold grudges, though. So it's like, it's a bit tight.
But that's what they want to see. Well, if it was a vlog, innit?
We had one. 2019 April, I think. So that would have been a few years after we would left. I think someone just randomly put maybe early in the year 2019. Let's have a reunion. I don't think it was it a certain year? It wasn't a certain year. Just like, let's have a reunion. And then he said, start adding people who you know went to school in the chat. I went to a boys' school, and it wasn't really that diverse, but wasn't that diverse at the time. But as people grow, the people change and stuff, and then so there's a lot of people in the group chat. So I thought, okay, cool, I'll go and see how many people are there. There could be 5, there could be 10. About a good maybe 30 man
30?
turned up. Yeah, it was quite good because like it was quite good. Like, you hadn't seen some guys literally since the last day of year 11. Like, you hadn't seen them. You're like, wow, what are you doing? Where are you living? All that kind of stuff. And we all had like a nice common goal, because we had a boy who was in our year who passed away. So when we all met back, it was all kind of like a reminiscing. Remember when he did this? Remember when he did that? And we kind of unofficially named the football cage after him in school. So we said, so we just literally spent the reunion 75% of the time playing football. Like, it was just kicking up. But he was like, so wait, I'm living in Sweden, or wait, I'm teaching in Hong Kong. Or I'm thinking, like, it was actually, I was actually quite surprised, because there were certain people that turned up that I just didn't think would turn up.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? That's what like,
Mm.
and there were some people that I thought would turn up but didn't. Maybe, I don't know if they thought like, oh no, didn't have time, maybe, or maybe they thought they were too cool. Maybe, like you said, hold grudges against certain people that didn't come up. But there's certain people I thought, I'm surprised you turn up. Like, I didn't even know you were in a group chat. You might have not spoken to someone, but because they just happened to go to this secondary school and wanted to see all the old boys, they turned up. So I thought, yeah. So hopefully we have another one, maybe like a 10-year reunion or 20-year reunion. Everybody brings their wives or something like that.
Nah, that'd be sick, man.
Yeah. Still. I think maybe it's easier for you because you went to a boys' school. You know what? With to get them together, it's not that hard. I don't think it's that hard.
But we have to get the girls
Get the
together.
girls,
yeah,
that-
because
yeah.
girls are a bit.
You know, they take long with everything.
Long with everything. I don't want to, and there's always an excuse not to go. Yeah. I think it is quite easy to rally up boys.
Yeah, do you
to
know what I
be
mean?
honest.
Like, you know, I feel like them, we could say like, do you know what? Fine, you man on Nando's.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Straight.
Cool. With girls, you need to have like a
I
3
had
to
to
5
go-
days notice.
Yeah. I need to go home and do my makeup. I
They don't
need to
like.
change my outfit.
They don't like
Spontaneity.
spontaneous.
Yeah.
They can't
I
deal
don't.
with it, nah.
I'm just learning that. Like, I'd be like, hey yo, I'm like in the area. Like, let me come through, and just like, nah, I already had today. planned."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That tunnel vision, like,
Yeah.
So yeah, it just is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, man, that's calm. That's calm. Good to hear that you had a good week, though. What about you, coach? How's your week?
Nothing, mate. Honestly, just a bit of exercise, you know. Just doing my bits and bobs, working as well. Half the week started. I have a few annual leave days. So I've been chilling, extra hour of sleep. Been doing the hobbies that I wasn't really doing before. But yeah, just chilling, to be honest. Yeah, nothing special about this week. Just everything, a bit of everything, a bit of reading, sleeping, eating, exercising, music, whatever. Just chilling. That's me chilling. What about you?
This ain't really, man. I've been sleeping though. Like, man's just not sleeping, bro.
You're not sleeping.
Nah,
At all.
not really. Like, just more stress these days, isn't it? Working that, so just gotta get on with that,
Adulthood.
bro. Sometimes I just wish if I knew this, I'd be chilling more, bro. When I was younger, I'd be chilling more, bro.
Damn.
It just is what it is, isn't it? But nah, nothing much really. Just start getting back into podcasting, but not just obviously podcasters, but I can listen to other podcasters again. Because before I listen to my journey to work or something, or if I'm driving, but now I don't really listen. But now I'm back into it, so it's like, oh, that vibe, inspiration, that motivation. Because with podcasting yourself, I'll be real. Sometimes motivation not there, bro. I'll be real. It's like, alright, there's a lot of moving parts to it. Like, you gotta get someone on the show, you gotta book it, then you gotta think topics, and then after you go think of marketing. It's a lot more to it than people think it is. We're not just speaking on the mic, and there's more to it. But people, unless you're in the world of podcasts, you don't really know. So sometimes it's just be like, it's a bit tiring. But when you get that motivation again, it's lit. Or I was in lockdown. Man used to go out, innit? All I could do now is just go Tesco's, bro.
Oh,
Like, Tesco's my spot. Recently, Costco's become my spot as well. I just walk in, buy a hot dog, and then walk back out. So like, yeah, it's right. I need something, excitement. So I can't wait for Boris to open things. First thing I'm doing, kicking ball, or I'm just going to the gym. Just gym. Like,
Gym,
I might go
straight.
sniff a weight, like. It's like, yeah. I don't care. I'm tired, bro. I just need the gym, bro. So it's one of them, innit? But apart from that, week's been boring. Nothing great. Not
yeah,
special.
man.
Next week, and we'll go again. But yeah, man. Moving on to the main things. So Solaariss, man, tell us a bit more about yourself, your background, bro. Like background. What do you do? How did you get into the music?
Me.
Yeah, man.
Alright, okay. So the official story is when I was 11, in primary school, I was in detention. Now in primary school, yeah, they don't do detention, but it just goes to show how like terrible I was in primary school. Innit?
Naughty.
I was good up until like year 5, and then year 6 happened, and then boom. But yeah, I was in detention and I was in the class alone. The teacher left, and I was like, let me sneak out. Then I went to the library and I started hearing like some string sounds. I was like, oh, what's this? Went inside and I saw 2 of my friends, 3 of my friends actually, and 2 of them were playing cellos and one was playing violin. And they were like, they were practicing and so on and so forth. They went to the after school club and something. And then they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna go and get lunch. Do you mind looking after our instruments? I was like, yeah, cool. So they went around the corner, and I decided to pick up the biggest thing, like the big cello, and I started to try and make some sounds. Terrible, but I was like, yo, like, this is beautiful. Like, this could be beautiful. So on that day after school, I went to the youth club, and I was like, sign me up.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's been history, man. Like, it's been a crazy story.
Okay. So how many instruments can you play?
I can only claim cello, saxophone, and a bit of bass. I can't claim keys because people on keys.
What can you semi-clean?
I can semi-claim guitar, keys, flute, and then anything you put in my hands, like literally, except drums. Like, I got rhythm dancing, but rhythm playing drums, no, it's not there.
Okay.
What about you, Douglas? How many instruments can you play?
Does whistling count? Nah, I don't play the instruments though. I had a keyboard when I was younger, but I remember we put in storage and ended up getting stolen. I had a guitar that got stolen as well. I never played. yeah. Everything's getting stolen.
They get stolen, bro.
Yes, I was like, just never played any instruments. But I always wanted to play, like, obviously in school you get music lessons and all of that. So I'll go play some, what's that song? I can't remember how it goes, yeah. Then obviously in school, but you're messing about. I just go for DJ.
Oh, yeah.
That dumb button. Then it's
The
like,
demo button.
yeah. There was the teacher's talking. DJ. All right, Douglas, get outside. All right, so yeah, that kind of stuff. So but I bought a keyboard last year.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna try. Tried for a week. Now it's just catching dust.
Yeah.
So it's like, I actually need to go back and actually try, make it a goal of the year. Like, let me try. But apart from that, nah. But I always want to play drums though. I see people in church and I'm playing drums and it's like, you look lit.
You look like you'd be a sick drummer.
You know
You look like you'd be a sick drummer. Like, you'd mash it up. Like, I can see you like doing the big festivals. Like,
Hey, this guy's gassing me though. If you want to see me on drums, goes to Solaariss.
come on, man.
Nah, it's mad though. But obviously, I think being a drummer, or I'd say the African church drummer boy, is a kind of a
Negative connotation.
yeah, there's a stigma attached to them, and they're still. They might drummer their way into different things, into the garden.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
But then also the keys player, innit? The keys player are always the sly one. They always do this.
What's going for you, bro? What coach? What do you play, bro? What do you play? What instruments do you play?
The heartstrings game. Oh, joking. No. I can only fully claim keys, the piano.
So was I talking about you?
No.
You feel me triggered,
innit? It's African church drummers that get the negative connotations. Keys.
No, keys are loved, but they don't know that they're like sly people.
You see, we're love. See, I'm not sly. I'm just a good
He's
church go. You know,
Right,
good
this
one.
guy thinks he's crashing. The way he's playing the keys, he hitting different notes, but he's lying. Man,
But-
seen him in action. Like, nah, coach, you didn't play like this before, bro.
Hey,
No.
I've
Huh?
seen you play, bruv.
Where?
You play like keys player. Fam, we had a.
Oh, yeah, but like, see, man, it's not like I'm like playing.
Nah, he
And I
is,
see
he is,
girls
he
like-
is, he is, he
I
is.
think-
doing
no. I would like to play. I can semi-claim, but I want to be able to fully claim another 2 or 3 instruments in the next few years.
Well, have you not been playing bass?
At church, there was one time that the acoustic guitarist, I think she had to go on holiday or something, so I had to pattern that for 2 weeks, and she kind of taught me how to play.
Okay.
But then again, I play, I stop. So that's not continuous like the piano is. And I think I played the drums 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But the kind of church I go to, it's not the Kirk Franklin or the Hamilton drums or you know what I mean. It's a really just very very simple. So I don't classify that as really as drumming really. Do you know what I mean?
Fair.
I want the proper hits. You know when you're double triple kicks and stuff like that. So
Oh, that.
yeah.
Okay. I see. Nah, but you see, coach. Nah, coach is good at keys though. Like when he hears a song, he just kind of plays within 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a good thing though. You know,
Why not?
I remember I said it all the time because when I grew up, right. So I had a phase in secondary school where I don't know, very idiotic of me. I just didn't think playing the piano was cool enough, so I stopped. Because when I was in year 7, right. So when I was 7, I was a bit of I had great things destined for me when I was in year 7. When I started year 7, I was playing for a professional football club who at the time were in the Premier League. I was.
What team was that, bro?
I don't want to disclose that information. No, I'm joking. I was playing for Fulham's development. I was playing for Fulham at the time.
Okay.
I was playing for Fulham development, which was cool because I was like, oh, you know, we got a kid up. I was also quite smart. I got like almost full marks in every test I took when I was in year 6. I mean, year 6, but
Was it them sats?
with them sats, yeah. Like I got like a nice award and that, and then I had a piano, and the piano was so good that halfway through year 7, I ended up playing the piano for school assemblies from year 7 to year 13, which was quite cool. But then for some reason, I got to year 8, and it wasn't cool enough. Like I literally had stopped playing. I played a bit in church, but like that was it. I never practiced, and in church you can get away with it. Like the kind of church I went to at that time, simple chords, just simple chords. Now it's. But
Yeah.
before simple chords, until I got to like year 10, year 11, and there was another boy in my secondary school that was quite like, ooh, he's good. Let me get back to it. But you can't get back to something that quickly. And by that time, I had lost how to read.
Oh.
So I would have preferred to continue to learn how to read and play. So right now, you could sing anything, and I'd find it and I'd play. But that's great. I want to be able someone to just be in an orchestra, put a sheet in front of me, and do this. Because I can't do that. I can't do that.
Bro, more people can do from ear to sheet than
From sheet to ear.
Because when you learn sheet, you're learning in an environment that's just like very focused on understanding the things that you're doing right now. So like one thing that I realized when I was like growing up classically before I picked up the sax is that a lot of people put a sheet in front of them, they can play.
Take the sheet away.
All right, let's freestyle.
Oh, you
They
saying
can't.
popping?
They're like, nah.
It's
like-
as if they can't play the piano sometimes.
Yeah, but and you know the thing I realized, because in the classical world, yeah, like it's very competitive. Like think classism everywhere, like it's mad. And like people will like show their position or their rank by simply, I play something, and then they play like something 666, and then you realize every time you meet them, you're asking them to play something. They're playing that same thing, and it's like that's because that's the hardest thing that they know. If they can't play anything else or they haven't learned anything else, they won't play. So I used to be mad intimidated when people were playing sick, and then I realized it's like you're just playing the same thing on the sheet again and again. Like, what if you want to make something?
Yeah.
Oh.
They've basically memorized what they've played 100 times,
Oh, so it's become muscle memory.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like someone saying, "Oh, you're a rapper." Yeah, I'm rapping, and then you like memorize one rap,
Yeah.
and you can do it sick. You can do all the things that make it sick.
It was all a dream.
Yeah.
It's to read Word Up magazines.
Just like that, like literally. So it was a bit at the times. but still got love for classical, man. Always.
Oh, so you went to classical school, or something?
Yeah, or I was in the classical orchestra, innit?
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I
For-
picked
for
up
the cello, yeah.
Yeah, for the cello.
So where did you perform? Did you perform anywhere?
Alright. Those are the good days. Yeah, I performed at like the South Bank of the World Festival Hall.
Okay.
I performed in Greece. I performed in Turkey.
Rah.
We did Birmingham, like what, in 2018. We did quite a few. We did O2 sometime. You know, when you're young, do you know what it was? It was during a time when like youth clubs were active and like the government was funding like all these things.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
And just to say, yeah, I am a product of government funding, so please start funding again. Anyways, Daniel Kaluuya said that at the BAFTAs, so I'm saying that everywhere I go. But yeah, because they were funding it, and you know, a lot of money was going into it, a lot of opportunities came. Because if you're a kid and you see all the opportunities that you can do by doing one thing, you're gonna continue it. So yeah, we did so many things. Like, I think we did like festival in Devon one time, and I remember we did a press. Me and a friend of mine, we did like a whole press talk, just us two kids and one of our teacher, and like we had like press there, and they were asking us questions about like orchestra and kids and stuff in the hood and stuff. It was like,
So you're the newspaper article now.
yeah, but
And this
Yeah.
guy's a big time, you know. Ain't there no small boy kind of sitting there. Okay.
it was just early stuff. It was all development stuff to get me to the place I am now, innit?
Ah, I see. So, but what was it like though in the classical world? Obviously, from my understanding of it, I just see on TV or films of it, and obviously there's someone there doing directing. But how does it really? What goes on behind the scenes? Is it like proper tough? Are they proper hard on you and stuff like that?
They're tough, yeah, but it's not like Coach Carter tough.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
very like, I don't know. Like, have you ever been to like a fancy dinner, or like have you ever been around someone who's mad rich? I mean, let's say they're from a wealthy family,
Yeah.
and like if you do something that they don't like, or if something's not good, like they're not gonna be like, oh, that's not good, but they'll give like a kind of look, or like
kind
they'll
of vibe,
speak about
yeah.
something in a way that just makes you feel like uncomfortable, innit? Like when we were in the orchestra, it wasn't necessarily like that, because obviously I think the teachers like realized who you're dealing with. But when you get out there, like you play a piece and something for that's not good, someone be like, oh yeah, maybe you should start like learning how to play a different instrument, or you know, like all that stuff. Like the sly stuff, like they're good with their words, isn't it? It can get annoying, but like at the end of the day, if it's true, it's true.
Yeah.
So is it almost passive aggressive?
Yeah, think like a rich Karen.
Oh, okay.
Think like a rich Karen, but I can't say it's like that. Nah, I haven't been there in a long. I haven't been in that industry in a long time, but that's the things that I saw when I was there.
Okay, so now you moved on to the saxophone.
Yeah, moved on to the sax. Well, wouldn't say I moved on, but like I picked up the sax. I added it to my inventory, and like I'll still play classical music maybe when I get old. Just waiting for me to do all the things that I want to do now, and then when I get old, go back to the conducting and stuff.
Okay, so what are you looking to do now then? Like what kind of what's on your list? If you can share something as well, what is it that you're trying to do?
Obviously trying to release more music. I'm trying to do more shows, man. Shows are sick.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people who make music don't realize how much people can love you based on your shows alone. Think about like the biggest performance or the sickest performance. Obviously your Beyonce with your whole choreographed show and so on and so forth. But then you also got someone like Travis Scott. Like during this lockdown, what has made me miss shows is just been watching like for some reason Travis Scott's like Rolling Stones, or Travis Scott's like live shows, because everybody is like screaming. Think this is a dumb analogy, but think like, you know, when everybo's singing the lyrics in church, and the emotions are but just change it to a trap beat and everybody's mosh pit.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I hear you, get it. Okay.
Because Travis Scott was one of those ones where, I don't know, have you seen that video of like Travis Scott only 7 years ago maybe he had small crowds, but they were jumping, and there's a video of like a small crowd, and then I think 4 or 5 years later, not Coachella, but I forgot what it was, but just something.
What the album?
No, the festival, and you can see the difference. they're both
I know it.
jumping, but the difference in size is crazy. But even though there's a difference in size, you can see that even with the small crowd, they're loving it. They're vibing there. You know what I mean? Like they're loving it, even regardless. And that's how you know that it's that kind of growth that probably helped him to get bigger. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, yeah, Travis Scott's hard though.
Yeah.
I seen you live and I was like, it's got wavy, you know. Like you see, you know when you hear someone, you hear like, get a little.
Hey.
Yeah.
so like okay, so someone like you, right? So there's a lot of people involved in music, and when it comes to music, there's people are in certain sectors of the music or certain parts of the production. So you have maybe people like me that just like to play instruments, yeah, and you know there might be people. I was gonna say like me, not really. There's gonna be other people that just maybe like to make beats and produce. You have artists out there who just like to sing. There's artists to rap. You seem to be someone that does a lot of them. You play, you produce, you sing, you everything. Like it's a lot. How do you do it?
Bro, just do what you... Do you know what it is? If you have an idea and you want to do it, yeah, and you realize that you can't do it because you ain't got the money, you just have to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
That is literally how it's just been like... what's it called? I wanted to make music. I mean, it was through my orchestra that I learned how to produce music because they had production classes and production like youth club services and so on and so forth, which was sick. But yeah, like I wanted to learn how to produce. I wanted to like get beats, but obviously couldn't, so I had to make my own. I wanted to perform on stage, but I didn't want to do no singing. I wanted to like do more than just playing cello. I want to actually be on stage and feel like I'm doing something. Picked up the sax. I wanted people to jump on my tracks, but it was either people take too long or like they're not doing it correctly, or not. I wouldn't say doing it correctly, but they weren't hitting my vibe. So I was like, okay, let me take that on myself. And like I've always seen shows, and I was like, yeah, I always want to go to a festival and so on and so forth. I didn't go to a festival until like 2016. Like I didn't go to any show. I'd never been to a show to watch it in any capacity until 2016. And like no, I haven't been to a festival in any capacity until 2016. And it was like, yeah, I want to go to festivals. So the best way to go to festivals is make music, so that festivals can hit you up and be like, yeah, you can perform. It was like, yeah, whatever I wanted to do, I was like, okay, how do I do it? This is too expensive, or that's too complicated, or that involves too many people. So therefore, it's like, okay, how do I do it myself? That's pretty much how I've just gone to the place that I am now.
Makes sense though. Okay, so what's like the biggest show you've been to where you performed? You don't necessarily put numbers in it, but just describe what is like coming out from backstage feeling and then coming out to perform. What was it like?
I'll give two. I'll give two examples. One when I was playing for someone, and one when I was doing one of my first ever shows. So my biggest one was Lovebox Festival.
You played at Lovebox Festival?
Yeah, 2016.
Raw.
Wait, the cello?
No, saxophone.
I Lovebox.
Yeah.
Raw then. Let me get autograph after.
No, do you know what? It was part of a collaboration that my college had with the festival. East London's Arts and Music. Look, I'm shouting you out. You better give me something back. But yeah, what's it called? Yeah, it was they had like a good working relationship, so we had the opportunity to perform there, and it was sick. Like I'd never been backstage, like I'd never been to a festival, I'd never been in a space where there was just bare like celebrities and big artists. So we were just backstage, just chilling. They got like free drinks. Like you have your own cabin. Yeah. Under you have like all this vodka and all these beers and all these shots, and like you got a ride on whatever you want. Then they had like the little. This is back when Hype, the clothing was big in it. So they were like they had like their little tent, and you can just go there and literally free clothes, free stuff. Even.
Oh my, what's even this?
He's still got it. He's still got some. Look at him.
This is from it.
This
This is from it. Like, yeah, I remember that. Then they had like free food, like Nando's, for all the artists, and like, yeah, I met bare people. I met Stormzy. I met Getz, but that was funny.
Well, you can't just skip with the story. What happened?
Do you know what? Getz was performing? There was bare like grime heads. I think there was what's it called? I think D Double was there as well. Yeah. D Double. But yeah, so what's it called? I think Gets had performed, and he took off his wristband because they were just putting on mad tight for everybody. He just went to go out to get something from his car and come back in, and like the security guard saw him. This is when I was deciding to leave. Like I was like, I'm tired of being here. He went to his car, came back, and they were like, yeah, can I get through? And he was like, oh no, you can't get through. You haven't got a wristband. I was like, but you saw me walk past you, like that I'm an artist here, and like the security guard wasn't having it, and they were going back and forth. I was even thinking of like just taking my wristband and giving it to Gets at the time, and I think the funniest thing that Gets said, was, and this is before his album dropped, and this is like in the period when I'd say like I wasn't hearing of him much. He was like, it's cool. Like today you have your day in it. Today you're the big guy. You're the big person. Don't worry. Like, cause every other day.
It's my day.
Big boy, come on. And he proved himself because he dropped a bang of an album, innit? But like, that was mad. What else? I saw stuff in the industry that I didn't realize. No names, but some people don't actually perform or they don't actually sing when they're performing live. No comments.
We'll talk about it off air though.
We'll talk about it off air. I remember I did it 2 years in a row. So I did 2016 and I did 2017. 2017, Frank Ocean was headlining.
Okay.
And Frank Ocean was not seeing nobody. Frank
What do you
Ocean, like he came in
Mm-hmm.
in his convoy, went straight into his thing. Because obviously we all have like a big area where all the artists and like the headline artists might have their main area. That brings up something interesting. But so what's it called? Apparently, from what I was told, like his whole thing was like his whole room had to be painted in a specific color, pink.
Okay.
Because apparently that color is like calming, so on and so forth. Like he had like very like strict requirements, so on and so forth, like for getting ready, and like this is when he just dropped I think it was Blonde.
Yeah, comes out.
So like and then I think I saw Diplo as well. And I was like, hey Diplo, and I was like, oh yeah, cool. This is back when the focus.
Diplo was so big.
That was a big tune. I remember 2016 though. I think Chasing Status was headline. And that's funny because one of the members from Chasing Status was like main head of my college.
Was he?
Yeah, so it was just like, I'm guessing that's where the connect came from.
Well, did you know him already?
Yeah.
So you actually knew him personally?
Well, not personally.
Like, you see him about in school?
Yeah, we see about and like maybe I introduced myself and so on and so forth. But it was like, this guy's like the head teacher technically. And then his brother's like the head that like stays and does all that stuff. So the world's really small, man.
But it's probably small. So what? When you're performing, right? You said some people don't perform with the music on, right?
Yeah.
So they're just lip syncing.
Yes.
How was that shock to your system? Like, how did you? How was that for you? Was it like raw? It's mad.
You know what? Yeah, it's because the person who did that, had like one of the biggest songs that year. This is 2016, isn't it?
So that's
And it was like a newer artist. I don't want to say no names.
don't.
I don't want
You
to
can say that. We could bleep it out though. I just bleeped it.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. So you know that song, Focus, Fight Gun. So you know the singer.
Wait, hold on. Don't wait. I know. Okay, let me just. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the singer.
Yes.
I think her name is. You're bleeping this out. You're even.
I know one. I remember. I know one name. Wait. Hold on.
Actually, don't say it.
Do you know her name?
No.
You will know her name now.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, you know her name now. Yeah. But I know who it is. It's in my head.
So
Really? Oh.
Yeah, it was like I was like, because I performed main stage, innit?
Yeah.
And as much as I was like, yeah, it's main stage, really and truly, they just put us on stage when the place was opening, so people just like there was barely anyone there. Innit?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. You put it on your CV and you put thumbs up. But what's it called? Yeah, like I had access to like main stage, except for like certain artists. Like I don't think I could be there when Stormzy was there. I don't think I could have been there when any of the headline acts were there.
Okay.
So I just walk in like to the main stage and just watch an artist perform, and I was like, because in the front you can hear everything, but on stage you can only hear either yourself and the music, or like certain things that you want to hear. So if you want more drums, you know, like
Yeah,
oh,
it
yeah,
depends,
yeah.
yeah.
I was like, I'm not hearing any vocals. Like I'm hearing vocals come up. I'm not hearing vocals
Come
here.
in, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we don't talk. This is just speculation. This is just
I'll put the disclaimers out there.
disclaimers because I don't want to say anything, and then you know she comes back at me and says like, "Oh, sorry, I just banged this."
That's fine.
And then she says, "Oh, something," because she's a really cool person. She was really nice.
Okay. Right. So okay, that's cool. You talk to people like Stormzy now then, or did you just say yo cool and then you kept stepping, or did you have conversations with them?
I am the worst when it comes to meeting people because I always take it in consideration that they're regular people. So like I've met quite a few people and haven't been like hey blah blah blah. Like I remember we met Migos when they came to the UK. Nothing. I remember like last year I met Burna Boy, like was like in the place where he was staying in it. Because it was my birthday and I came to play sax and like Scooby Doo, yeah. And
Impressive.
it was weird. I didn't feel like I could go there and be like so on and so forth. And it was funny because he was watching WizKids live. So yeah, they're boys. But what's it called? He was getting his haircut and we just like popped in and started playing sax and it was just like, you know, the mum was dancing and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
She was a lovely woman. And then I think someone went to go and get a picture and I was just like, alright, God bless you, ma. God bless you many more years in Jesus' name, amen. And I just left and like, I don't know, I feel awkward. Even when I was saying today, like when I saw Meetinghalia in Finchley Park, it was just like, oh, is that Meetinghalia? It's like, oh yeah, is it? I was like, okay, cool, let me try something. So I started playing. Apparently she looked back and then the guy that was with me went and met her. I should have went as well, but instead I was like, oh, she's probably busy, you know.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
So do you think you're actually talking yourself out of potential networking opportunities here or something, or is it just like?
It's weird because when I am able to meet all these people on an equal level, I don't want one of those conversations or one of those like, you know, views of like, oh yeah, this person's a fan or something.
Yeah.
Like, I understand I would love your music and so on and so forth, but I feel like once you see that perception, you're stuck with that perception, innit? And I like when I'm just there and, you know, we can like kind of forget about, you know, where you are, where I am and so on and so forth. Because I want the same for me, innit? I don't really like it when people come and like act as in I'm something bigger than I am. Like I'm just a regular guy. Like we're all just people at the end of the day.
No, I like that. Yeah.
So like I want to be able to have these times to meet them, and it just be kind of like completely calm. Like it's not like, oh my days, let me get your autograph, or oh my days, can I get a picture? When you're in the middle of like probably talking to someone about something like drastic that's happened in your life and nobody knows, innit? So I just want to be able to meet these people on like just like regular footing, not even equal footing, just like regular.
Yeah, the calm.
vibes.
Yeah. I mean, no, that's a good set. I think that's a good thing though. You just like people, yeah, as you said, the perception thing. So like, that's how it works, and it's all perception and how they view. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it's good to know. I think it's a good approach. Interesting. So now, you know, the sex though. I think obviously before we started, we started talking about if you got your shows and stuff. Yeah. How was that though? When you go to do like say engagements and stuff like that, proposals, like how was that? What was the first time like for you when you first done it?
I was jokes. I was in. I don't want to say someone's boot. I was in. No, I don't want to say someone's boot.
Kidnapped or something.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
No, cause it was my guy, innit? The first time I did like an engagement like that, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is very last minute. In fact, it wasn't engagement. It was just like, you know, me and my girls been going through it. So can you just do this fancy thing to make it up? And he was like, oh, can you learn this song? Played it in the car. I was like, okay, cool. Let me get in the back. My saxophone's long in it, so I can't necessarily sit down. I had to like lay on all the seats in the back and like go through it and try and practice it. And then I had to go to like some nice fancy area, hide in a bush, wait like 20 or 30 minutes till they finally come out the bush, start playing Scooby Doo Doop Doop, and like yeah, the day's over. Like, but that was the first time I was like, oh yeah, this is cute. Like,
It's cute, but you're hiding up in bushes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
you just have to wait until like a
What if you need
signal.
to go toilet or something? You just had to film it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's peak, innit? That's peak. You cannot ruin this moment. Like, yeah, that's the main thing that comes in your mind. Like, fam, it's not about you. Are you hungry? Tough luck. That's like, you thirsty? Should have drank before.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
It's dead.
no more recording?
I didn't bring mine, you know.
Have to just leave it aside then.
Yeah.
It drained in the car.
Oh, did it?
It's full. It went hard.
Oh, absolutely, man.
We'll just use the footage we have in it.
Yeah. First, that's mad, you know. I said, as you go ahead, the bush can't pee, can't do that, can't do that, just chilling.
And you're just crouching, innit? Because, listen, you're not seeing many tall bushes. So you're just crouching. You got to learn how to crouch. You got to learn how to hold your sax nicely.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times now I bring a little speaker, innit? So you got to make sure that, you know, the speaker, like today when I did it, you got to make sure, like, your music doesn't just decide to start playing early like it tries to do today. Or sometimes you play the music and the speaker goes beep, 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 beep. Like,
Oh, Bluetooth connected.
Your Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
yeah. Like all that nonsense, like you gotta make sure the moment is perfect, innit? Cause that's like someone's biggest day,
Yeah.
biggest day in their life. So
Man, this sounds like survival management, something like some army stuff, bro. That's you're crouching
yeah, bro.
for 20 minutes.
Yeah, crouching for 20 minutes.
So wait, are people walking past you? Like,
Yeah,
the
look-
general public just walking past
Do
you.
you know what? Yes, and it makes you look stupid. But what saves me is the saxophone. Because if you see something shining and gold with me, then you know something's happening. If I
Yeah.
just crouching, call the police, innit? But yeah,
Right. That's mad, you know. No, that's mad. Fair enough. Wow. I never deeped how much. I still got 20, 30 minutes.
yeah. Today was like, we waited for like an hour, kind of like. But I wasn't crashing for an hour. I went to go and get some coffee and like see Mahalia, or half see Mahalia. Yeah. But yeah, it was cool, and it was cool because when you do it outside and people are there, you just get a nice little circle formation around the person, you and the person that's being proposed to.
Was it a public one? It was a
Yeah.
public one.
And then everybody get their phones out, and then when they say yes, everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Woo!"
Oh, it gets vibes.
But even today, yeah, our randomness, I just played Candy after, innit? And then some people actually joined us and started doing the Candy dance.
Yeah.
Like, had no rhythm, but it was what it is.
That's it, just proposal and vibes.
Propose and vibes. I'm
That's
here
vibes.
to vibes.
That sounds lit though. Sounds proper lit. That's actually lit. So, have you got more bookings through doing that? The public proposals. Have people got like, oh, do you know what? I like your music. I like what you do. Can you do that for me? Or like, I got a mate who does it.
So a lot of people have done it actually like through shows or something. Like they've seen me perform and they're like, oh yeah, can you do this? But I also used to do busking. I used to busk.
What do you mean?
You know busking?
Busking.
You know
Huh?
when you see like a musician?
Busking on the street. When you see a musician.
Oh, sorry, busking.
Busking. It's called busking. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to do busking, innit? And I started it in college, and I was like, I remember my friend was like, oh yeah, let's go busking. I was like, man, I ain't homeless, man. Like, relax. But busking, when you do it right, is sick.
Yeah.
Because forget the whole, if you do it right, yeah, and you're with your guys and you're playing vibing music, it's no longer just like people just like going and throwing change. Like, I remember we used to do it all the time in Waterloo, and there'd always be a formation of a crowd there. Wait, did you ever what?
I see a Waterloo though.
Have you?
Bro, I remember. I saw a Waterloo one time with his boys.
Bro.
So I was doing it. I saw him. I was like, oh yeah, I seen him perform at Young Futures thing. So I was like, cool. I remember seeing it. After I told come, I got my girl come and play this song and then play Afrobeat. So he's done
Bro,
it.
those are the times. Do you know what? Yeah, a lot of funny stories came from busking. Like you be playing music, and also the best thing to do is play the classics and then play like some Afrobeats, innit? Because classics gets people like, oh my days, yeah, that's Stevie Wonder, oh my days, da, 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 all that stuff. And then when you play some Afrobeats, everybody's gonna dance. There'd always be this one guy when we did it every Saturday that'll just come and do backflips.
Really?
Always. There'll be a formation, people will be dancing, and this guy will just come. Because there used to be like some little rave thing
Yes.
around the corner, innit? So you'll see all your like, you know, your teenagers pretending to be adults to go into the little rave thing. And people would just be there dancing, and this guy would always come and start doing backflips
Just for
and
no
all this
reason,
break
huh?
dancing. like
I said for no
it would be
reason.
vibes, yeah, for no reason, like. But it was blessed, and like surprisingly, like for an hour's work, you get paid more than a regular or even good paying job. It's weird.
Yeah, I hear that though. Yeah. So nah, he was vibing. Nah, he was proper vibe, no cap. I was like, bruh. Yeah, I think it was like 4 of you. I can't remember. You was the lead
Yeah.
one, but there's someone playing some.
The cajon boxing.
Yeah, and then obviously someone doing the bass, and someone. Oh yeah, this is vibes. I was like, I remember you. I seen you. I was like, oh yeah, it's lit still.
Those are the early days, man.
Yeah, you can't fast since then. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember. Right, that's mad. That's mad. You're doing your thing. That's wavy though. I think it takes a lot of courage.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I literally was about to say that word
courage,
because
bro.
I don't know if I could myself. You know.
You look a bit. It's not that you look mad. It's just like.
It's,
Rah.
yeah, it's like you kind of alluded to it when you said I'm not homeless.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like I just feel like, and we know that busking is nothing to do with. 90% of the time, it's actually nothing to do with like your financial situation or whether you've got not got home. People just are really tired of that music. Like, have you seen the pictures of Ed Sheeran busking outside Wembley?
Yes.
And then 10 years later, he's the headline at Wembley. Do you know what I mean? Like, busking is. But I just feel like something in me just won't let me bring my
Put your
piano,
price out,
bring
man.
my guitar, sit the guitar on the floor, and just play while people. I just feel like people would sit. I don't know.
Is it the South London in you that won't let you do it? or what?
Yeah, it's a London.
The hood man in that.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
like-
nah.
That this London in me has stopped me from doing many things,
Has it?
and one of them would be busking.
Listen. Let's not even talk about this London, because in fact that should just be a phrase. This London in me has
the
stopped
London-
me doing X or
Yes,
Y or Z.
yes. I was actually speaking to someone about that the other day actually. But I never used the term the London in me, but that's exactly what it is. The London in me. Like I remember this totally unrelated. He's talking about why don't you do the person I was talking about? Why don't you do more in terms of do you think this would happen if you were like this or you were like this? I was like, yeah, probably. But the London in me didn't allow.
It's
Do
what?
you know what I mean? The London in me just didn't allow. Like, I have like if I wanted to, I don't know, create like a funny video for you, the London in me won't allow. Let me create a chat because I know I can rap. The London in me will not allow. Do you know what I mean? And there's some people that the London in them will allow, and look where they are. Do you know what I mean? So maybe it's how I went to secondary school. Maybe the critics, like you're talking about, stuff like that. But this London in me, whatever it is, Arabi, okay.
I think that should be a phrase you should put out there. The London in
London
me.
in
The
me.
London in me, man.
The London in me.
Hey, the London in me has stopped me doing like going overboard on like romantic dates. I can't even lie, cause like, hey, you see all the things they say on Twitter, like you could do the most romantic thing, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, well, like you're doing the most. Like,
Yeah, that's the London in them.
you're like, oh, you're doing the most. Oh, blah, like, oh, he's too on me, like he's too attached.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, man. So I was like, no, man, I just like dates. Like, I like making it look sick. It's like having a little show.
No, I hear that. So you sound like a proper showman still.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a showman through and through.
No, I hear that still. So what? But you play sax though, bro. Them notes could get to any girl. Out, though. Like, you know them ones there. Like you don't really put the work. You don't even need words like that. You just go, alright, babes. I can play. I got listen. Bad, bro. Like before she's melted, she's just attached to your hip, bro. That's it.
Can't lie, it has worked.
See,
Saxophone has worked. I can't
See?
lie.
Why wouldn't it work? Like,
Exactly, yeah.
why would like what woman in the right mind would say I don't like to hear this? Like,
it's not that common.
like,
I
like
met someone.
not just you met someone. You didn't like the sax.
Don't like sax.
That's just weird.
Wait, what?
But I changed my mind.
Oh, you play the sweet notes. You play the right notes.
No, man. Listen, playing saxophone is a big cheat in life because like I ain't even confident to move to people or to move to girls like that. Especially if it's man spontaneous. If I know you and we're cool, then yeah, cool. But if I don't know you, like nah.
But the sax gives you powers.
The sax gives you powers.
The Loki stuff. You hold it. It's got
Like an alter ego comes out. Once it starts
Alter ego.
blowing, yeah, it's different. I hear that. That's sick though.
No,
That's wavy. It's wavy. I thought that's a mad instrument anyway. So.
Is it true that so because you alluded that you played flute before. I was speaking to someone and they said, and when I was like, I will pick up the sax. This was like a few years ago. I was like, I'll pick up the sax. They were like, you have to learn the flute first because the breathing techniques are similar.
Oh, okay.
playing flute is harder because it requires a lot of breath control in it. like when I started playing flute and I was playing sax quite well, I'll get lightheaded in like 12 seconds, very quickly, and it's like because of like the air control playing a flute. If you pattern that, playing sax is easy. Like playing sax, once you can make a sound, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is like just everything's patterned. So it's like you see a lot of notes, but really and truly you're just going like in a line. If you imagine you got all your hands like this, like you're only releasing it like pattern, like you're not doing all this like craziness where everything's a pattern when you're playing the sax. So it's very easy. Flute on the other hand, like is all in like your breath control and so forth, and that's mad. So if you learn flute, you're pretty much there with sax.
Oh, never knew actually. It's quite interesting. Cause I know I've met people who said they could play sax and stuff like that, but they're shy to play it. They don't say they don't play it no more. They're shy. I'm like, bro, that's a sick instrument. Like it's wavy. Why do you play it? Bro. I think if I could play it, I'd be playing 24/7, bro. But I don't have that talent. Don't have that gift. So you do. So use it,
bro. It's just loud, isn't it? So you can't really play it at home.
You can't plug your sax into your earphones or something.
Yeah, not like keys, like you can't really do any of that stuff. And also, sax along with like violin and cello, like different from like drums or like keys or bass. When you play and it sounds crap, it sounds really bad.
Yeah.
Like really bad. Keys you can play and like if you play like one note and so forth, it sounds decent. Drums, as long as you hit it right, it's cool. Obviously you gotta get rhythms and bass, so forth. However, if you play it like let's say for violin, if you play the note correctly but with no confidence, no vim,
you go
terrible.
off.
Sax, if you're then you sound bad. Like you gotta play with vim, you gotta play with confidence, and you gotta play good.
Okay, see. Makes sense. Do you think in the future you consider giving lessons, like saxophone lessons, sort of school or sort of academy or?
I definitely wanna. Well, nowadays, isn't it? Because obviously, like, just as another stream of income, innit? Do lessons, but I used to do lessons, but people don't like stay on sax for too long because it's an expensive instrument to get, and then let's say if they like miss a week or so and so forth, it's hard to see the development in sax because you can't just like jump on it anytime. You gotta jump in it on a certain time, all the noise. So I've worked with a lot of people teaching them, but they haven't like continuously played. But yeah, I'd love to. In fact, I would love to, but I can't say that I'm like the sax guy because I know jazz cats. I know people who are massive. Know people who are like the best in the UK. So I can teach, but just like here and there.
Okay. Sounds good. Fair enough. At least we got some plans. We might come to you later, maybe. Show out to blow it.
Come on.
Yeah. Fair enough. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it there. Code, you got riddles? Tom?
I got one.
Actually. So yeah, it's time for the riddle.
Let me just go to my riddle bank.
Yeah.
Which one am I giving? Okay. Riddle me this. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I? I'll say it one more time. I speak without a mouth and I hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?
That last one, come alive with wind, threw me off because I thought I had it.
I've got the man them looking.
Hey, we
All
need
the men in the room are missing right
Hey, we
now.
need to discuss before I saw the answer because I don't know what's going on here, bro.
I have to dig deep this one in my riddle bank,
I wanted to say thoughts, but it's not thoughts because thoughts don't come alive with wind. Like mine,
I speak with no mouth
It's gonna say oxygen or something, bro.
and I hear with no ears. I ain't got no body,
Come alive.
but I
with
come
wind.
alive with the wind.
Come alive. Stealing that's a bar.
It makes a nice lyric, innit?
That's
Yeah, it's a nice lyric.
Why don't you give him a lyric like this?
Bruv, I come alive with the wind.
I think the listener should pause at this point and just Google it quickly and come back.
Just cut to commercial break or something. Ah, damn.
You got anything?
Nah, but I only have like my thoughts on mind.
What you got anything?
Let me switch it up. Let me
What
switch it
comes
up for you.
alive with the wind?
Let me make it more music orientated.
Okay, cool.
So I speak with no mouth.
Okay.
I hear with no ears.
Is it sound?
I hear with no ears. I have no body, but I come alive in the studio. What am I?
Music?
A mic. Is it a mic?
Mike don't speak.
Oh.
Is it Is it music? Is it a thing?
It's
Is it speakers?
you're on the right track. You're on the right track.
Speakers.
But don't think physical. Remember, I have no body. Speakers have bodies.
Okay.
You talking about some sort of software?
Material speaking.
No, I can't.
Think of like
Is it melodies?
you're getting there. You're getting there. Like, it's like an entity, you know.
What type of entity is that? Melodies, chords. Beats,
You're on the right.
producer.
You're on the right line. Just don't leave that box.
Okay, yeah.
No
okay.
body. I have no body,
come
but I come alive in the wind. I come alive in the studio.
Is it here?
Is it here right now?
Yeah, it's in the studio, bro.
I'd say a bit.
Vibes.
No.
Oh.
I'd say a bit, but not.
Silence.
No, but you're getting there.
Because that was a
Not so much this room, but more music studio. I've given it away now. Not so much this
So
room.
the music studio.
But no, as in, it's a clue. But more in the music studio.
Do you mind one of the answers? Because this is a bit.
Is it reverb?
Oh, you was there. Almost. You're basically. It's literally that line. You just the next word.
Huh?
He's
Reverb.
yeah. You yeah. You. But remember, so you've got every part of the riddle apart from the part where it says, "I hear with no ears."
Feedback.
Oh my! You're basically saying the
Coach,
answer.
that was
No,
is
you're
it?
not, I'm not saying the answer.
No,
because he's
bro.
basically said it he's basically said a synonym for it. He said a synonym for it. Hey, excuse me, sir. No googling. He's basically said a synonym for it. He said reverb and what's the other thing he said? Feedback.
Okay.
What's the feedback for reverb?
I don't know. I'm not too music guy.
Echo.
Yes.
Oh, it's Echo.
Echo.
Should have said plug in, man.
Echo. There you go.
Oh,
okay.
I shouldn't have given you all those clues.
Wait, say the riddle again so I can.
I
see how-
speak with no mouth.
Okay.
I hear with no ears. I have no body, but I come alive in the wind.
Okay.
Oh, because
Speak. Okay.
You see?
Hey, big up. That's mad.
You see?
good one still. Fair
Thank
enough.
you very much. Thank you.
Fair enough, coach. Well done. You had everyone in the room.
Yeah, see?
Fair enough. Don't worry, I'll come with riddle next week and catch you up. Right? Alright, fair enough. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that riddle, Solaariss. Gonna have to
Thank you, man.
bring it to an end.
Go ahead.
Thanks for coming on. Is there anything? Where can people find you, bro?
Find me on socials. Solaariss everything. That's SOLAARISS.
Okay, that's cool. And people want to find you to just what? Go for your talent agency management.
Yep. Just hit me up, man. I'm always down to like. I'm always down for whatever. All
Sweet.
vibes.
That's a lot of vibes. Cool. All right. So as usual, follow the podcast at Pass Me the Remote on all socials: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok now. Twitter man here, TikTok and that, all of that, YouTube. So follow us there, and yeah, give us ratings on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and all of that. So on that note, out from my side,
Out from me.
Big love.
there we done.
Cool.